Hello everyone, part 5 of rational and irrational numbers video. This part 5 has been added in the revised syllabus of class 9th ICSE. So we are doing it now. This is representation of rational and irrational numbers on a number line. Now rational numbers, how to represent it on a number line is very easy. Though irrational numbers are also easy. Let's learn how to represent rational and irrational number on a number line. So let us first see how to represent root 2, root 5 or root 3 irrational numbers on a number line. First you need to draw a number line. You can take gaps of centimeters or you can take inches, it is up to you, but make sure the gaps are clear and equal. So I have made the marks over here. Now I will number them from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All are having a gap of 1 centimeter each. First, let us understand the theory behind it. This is if we take square of 1 and square of 1, that will be equal to 1 plus 1, which is 2. So according to Pythagoras theorem, if in a triangle, right angle triangle, if I take 1 here, then this length will be square of this plus square of this, base square plus perpendicular square equals to hypotenuse square. So this is 1 square, this is also 1 square. So this will be 1 plus 1, hypotenuse square will be 2. So hypotenuse will be under root 2. So generally it has to be 1 plus minus under root 2, but distance cannot be negative, so we are not including the sign here. So it is obvious that it is plus under root 2. So that means this distance is going to be root 2 according to the Pythagoras theorem. So now in our diagram we are going to measure here from 0 to 1, it is 1. Now we will make perpendicular at 1 using a protractor. So I am drawing it directly, 90-degree angle of 1 centimeter exact. Now since this is 1 centimeter, this is also 1 centimeter. So when I will join both of them, this distance is definitely going to be root 2. This is 1. This is also 1. So this distance will be under root 2. Now AB is 1, BC is 1. So AC will be root 2 according to this theory. Then we had to represent root 2 on this number line. This is not the number line. So we will measure this distance and mark on the number line. So let's see how much it is. It is till this point in the scale. Or you can use a compass for better results. So starting from 0, let this point be P. So that means AP is representing under root 2 on the number line. I hope this is clear. Let's try the same for under root 3. Now let's do for under root 5. For under root 5, the calculations will be 2 square plus 1 square, 4 plus 1, 5. And so the hypotenuse is going to be under root 5. So that means this is going to be the perpendicular, this is going to be the base. So the resulting hypotenuse will be under root 5. Again I have drawn the pointers with equal distance. So the perpendicular should be 2 and the base should be 1. So here at the base 1, we have to draw a line 2 centimeter long. So, and that too perpendicular line so that Pythagoras theorem will satisfy. Now when I will join this, see, let us name them A, B and C. AB is 1, BC is 2, square of perpendicular, square of base will be 5, square of hypotenuse root 5. So now I will measure the distance either with the scale or with the compass, whichever is convenient to you. Now I am getting the point in the scale to be this point of under root 5, the darkened point. So here under root 5 will be this point. So that means AP is under root 5. I hope this is clear to you. Now let us see representation of rational number. Suppose the number is 2 by 5. Again I will draw a number line. Here I have not taken 1 centimeter, neither I have taken 1 inch or so on, but I have taken equal distance. So let me tell you, this is 4 centimeter, 0 to 1, and 1 to 2 is also 4 centimeter. Why I have taken this now? Because I have to divide this particular distance in 5 parts, equal parts. So rough idea, I think all the parts are equal. So now the line, only this part of the line I have divided into 5 parts as the denominator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting from here, this number will be 0 by 5. This number will be 1 by 5. This will be 2 by 5. This will be 3 by 5. This will be 4 by 5. And this is 5 by 5. So this is 1 by default. Understand? Now suppose if I had to draw 7 by 5 on the number line. So after 5 by 5, the second compartment also I had to divide then into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, equal parts. So after 5 by 5, 6 by 5, 7 by 5, 8 by 5, 9 by 5, then 10 by 5, ultimately will be 2 by default. So 7 by 5 is here and 2 by 5 is here. So we need to look at the denominator and we need to divide all the compartments into that many parts. Alright, now suppose if I have the number say 3 by 4. So in a number line, suppose this is 0, 1, 2, I will divide this particular compartment into 4 equal parts. First, second, third, fourth. 3 by 4, so I will start from 0 by 4, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 4 by 4. 4 by 4 will be 1, but our number is this. I hope these things are clear to you. So try practicing them, representation of rational and irrational numbers on the number line.